Hello, Possums, Dreymasmith here, and here is our creeper farm, because I have come out here to finally build our sugarcane farm and paper mill, which will go here. I've marked out the dirt. Now this big tower here, I'm going to have a shulker box loading system, and our farm proper will actually start one above that dirt block. Yes, it's up a bit, but that's all part of the way I want it to be. I'm going to be building Il Mango's sugarcane farm. I will put a link in the description. The first thing I have to do is build my water tray that goes at the bottom of the farm for collecting everything. It's going to be made of ice, packed ice, sorry. Ice wouldn't be any good. So I'll get going with that, and one collection tray will go up. This is where the shulker loader is going to go, and I'll think about what to do about this space underneath, but we'll just pop up here. Okay, so it's basically a platform that's 18 blocks long. That's from here to the same point on the other side, so it's not counting the cobble surrounds. So 18 blocks long, 8 blocks wide, and then a trough that's 18 by 1 and 2 blocks high. So now I need to put water in. I was going to bring buckets, but you know, it's just as easy to put in blocks of ice. Oh, and by the way, this whole platform, it took 342 blocks of packed ice to make this, which is a few. And given I won't harvest packed ice from ice spikes or icebergs, I had to make all this from ice, which was 3,078 blocks of ice. That's partly why this video is a day late, because that took a while to get. Now, this is not the same collection system that Il Mango uses if you go and watch his video, because I made that up in a test world, and over half of the sugarcane that was coming out of the farm was getting stuck in the collection system and not being collected at all. And I think that's just that I'm building this in 1.13 and that farm wasn't designed and made in 1.13. So after a lot of testing and mucking around, I went for the simplest solution: 8, drop, and as water runs out, it goes down that way. It really was the easiest way to do it. So slab there, water on top, well, ice on top, and when the sun's up, we'll let the water out and we'll get started properly. Okay, we'll start with this. So I just go along and break the ice. No need to have buckets and infinite water sources and all the rest. Just blocks of ice, break them with a pickaxe. Same on the other side. Alright, so we let this one peter out. We pop that there. Alright, so we pop a sign there. And that just allows us to put a block there and break it. And, whoops. If we can come up, you can see the water's not heading backwards, and any item chucked in there will flow down to here, and when I remove this, it'll go into this chest. So we are now ready to get on with the sugarcane farm itself. I've got all my lovely boxes here. So what have we got? Lots of building blocks. Oh, the fish are for the hopper timer. I've got so many fish. We've got leaves, melons, lighting sources. lots of slime blocks, lots of dirt. Can put our ice away now. These are also needed for the shulker loader. Lots of glass, lots of sugarcane, and redstone bits and pieces. So, where was it? Dirt first. I'm going to take all these boxes with me. That's probably the easiest way to do it. Now, we want to start down this end. All right. Now, this is the irrigation channel, the first irrigation channel. So I'm just putting dirt either side all the way down. I don't know if it goes that far or not. I'll have to work it out. And we do the same on this side. No, that is as far as it goes. Okay. Right, I'll need to put a cobble block in there or something. But this is where our sugarcane's going. So we need sticky piston there, sticky piston there. We get rid of these three, because we can't have anything along here that is going to interact with a slime block. We also don't want our slime blocks knocking out our sugarcane. So having put that there, okay, I'm going to put slime blocks along here. We have to make sure that we don't have more than 12 blocks, because remember, a piston can only shift 12 blocks, and that's going to include, so if we're talking about this piston, those 12 blocks are going to include this one and this piston. Same the other way around. Now, I actually don't want a full complement of 12 on this, because I've worked all this out to be the size I want. So we've got one there, we're going to add an extra 8. So that'll be 9 slime blocks in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9. And a redstone block. Now we're going to add another slime block. And we're going to add a sticky piston either side. And get rid of the dirt. Oh, that's gone down there. Okay, now, from those pistons down to this redstone is one module. That's all the module needs. The slime blocks, the 2 pistons, the redstone. So we're going to take it all the way along here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and a redstone block. Now we've got to do the redstone. That's going to be fun. Okay, we are going to make a horseshoe shape. I'm just using diorite because that's what I use for my redstone circuits. You can use whatever you want. So 1, 2, 3. Same on that side. And 1 in the middle. So there's our horseshoe shape. Now we're going to count this piston that we're standing on as 1. Dot of redstone. Repeater heading away. Redstone. Repeater heading away. Redstone. Repeaters heading into the second piston. And these are sticky pistons, by the way. So that's it. We're going to then attach an etho hopper clock going out here, but I'm not going to do that until the very end. So next, we bounce all the way to the end. Hello, end. And now we're going to build a mechanism that allows us to send a signal from here over to our next row which is going to be there. Redstone Torch. An immovable block on top. Now, yes, melons can be pushed by pistons, but they can't be pulled by them. And if they can't be pulled by pistons, slime blocks can't move them. And now we just get back to exactly what we did before. Sticky piston, slime block, sticky piston, and the module we had there, we repeat here. And bleh, I also need to put the dirt in. Okay, so I'll get the dirt in. I'll repeat this same thing at the other end. Then we'll look at how to go up. And then I've just got to build everything else. And here we are. So I've got all 3 sweeper arms in. And before we do the redstone to take the signal up to the next layer, we're going to properly finish this layer. Whoops. Here. Okay, so I'm going to go up the end. Right. Water to hydrate. Oops, I'll put that one in the proper place. To hydrate our sugarcane. And yeah, I did go back and get buckets because I forgot them. There we go. Alright, back we come around here. I'll just get all those done. Won't take me long. There we are, all done. All sugarcane farmland hydrated. So now we've got to put the cane in itself. And got a lot of, let's get rid of some of this while we're doing this. Okay, that's better. We don't want one there, but other than that, all the way to the end. Now, I knew I was going to be making a sugarcane farm, and I had a lot of sugarcane, but I made it into paper to trade with villagers, and then realised to my horror, my mistake. But fortunately, even though my chests were empty, I have a little micro sugarcane farm that Avamance designed that I built in my yard, and because it's in my spawn chunks, even when I'm not there, it's happily going round and round. So even though I was supremely silly, it ended up being not too drastic because I had more than enough in the chests. Oh, this is a problem for my farm. So that's a little farm, and it's great for day-to-day uses, but it's not a huge producer if you want to make, say, a lot of rockets or something. That's why I'm doing this. Okay, that's our sugarcane for the first level, all planted. Now we need to build our next bit. Actually, I've just realised I just need to build a wall between these two. So the bottom part of the wall is cobble with the odd sea lantern. The sea lanterns are not necessary. I just can't abide the idea of leaving it all dark, that's all. Okay, so this is layer 1, which is cobble. And layer 2 well, actually the next 3 layers are all glass. And that's so that as the sugarcane grows, it bounces off and goes straight down into the water. And that needs to be done over there and on the other side here. And that's our walls done. Now, before you tell me that leaves aren't affected by slime blocks as well, yes, I know they aren't. That's why I'm using them here, because this is the bottom of the next row up of its irrigation channel. But I don't know if I should have put one there or not. Leaves are not conductive, and this is going to have to conduct a signal. That's why sometimes I'm using melons, like here, where it's over the torch, and sometimes I'm using leaves. And sticky piston, slime block. May as well do this. Sticky piston. There we go. This then extends, and we repeat the whole thing, and I'm going to do 4 layers in all. I just make a trough here, as I did with the other layers. And get rid of that one. This one's quite safe because it doesn't come in contact with any of the slime blocks. So I'll just do that. I'll build up our layers and then we can see how it's looking. Anyway, it's all made. I've encased the ends in glass where I can to stop sugarcane squirting off the sides. I have also built the shulker box loader. It's Mumbo's little shulker box loader. I'll put a link to that in the description. And if we come around here, that's the hopper clock. Now I know at the moment it's floating. We will fix that next time. But what we're going to do now, because I haven't actually turned that on yet, so I'll come up here. Bit of lag, sorry. Now it's all set up, it's all ready to go. The way that we turn it on is we put items in a hopper. Now we want a very long time between each signal going out. So we're going to put in a full complement. So 5 stacks of 64 items. And I'm using raw cod because with the Guardian Farm I have so much cod. So there we go. It'll start, and when it gets going, all those arms will move to the left, to the right, or to the right, to the left. They'll do it alternating, and they'll knock the tops off all the sugarcane. And when the tops are knocked off all the sugarcane, they'll get bounced off a glass wall, fall straight down into the water, and come round to our collection system, which is just here. Oh, and I haven't blocked that off. Hang on. Now, I'm just putting that there. And we'll put that there as well. Okay, I can still open that to check it. Why didn't that fall all the way down to the bottom? It's a wee bit of a concern. We'll have to leave that till next time to sort out, though, if there's a problem. We'll see if there is one. That's the Sugarcane Farm built. It's going to take a while for all those items to go through the hoppers, but it'll fire off. We'll see what sort of harvest we get next time, because this took hours. I'm worn out. Next time we're going to make a case for this, and we are going to make a base for the hopper clock, and I'm also going to build something underneath in that cavity. there we have it. If you've liked this, you know what to do. Whack that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the notification bell, and I will see you next time. Bye.